Welcome to the Old Time Radio Superman Show. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Ram. If you have a comment, email it to me, adam@adamsweb.us, and be sure and rate the show on iTunes. Also, pick up your copy of Powerhouse's Heroic Adventures Bundle. Find out how the amazing adventures of Powerhouse began in his first 3 novels, available in a single ebook or audiobook package. You can pick up the audiobooks in the iTunes store or at audible.com, and the ebooks wherever fine ebooks are sold. Well, now it's time for today's episode of Superman. The original air date, June the 28th of 1948.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from the planet Krypton, who came to Earth with amazing physical powers far beyond those of mortal men, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, wages a never-ending battle for truth and justice. Today, in a desperate attempt to trace the radioactive diamonds, Superman calls on the famous Batman and Robin to undertake a dangerous job.
I need your help, Batman. You too, Robin.
Well, you know you can count on us, Superman.
Amen to that.
Thanks.
Now, what's your plan?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Well, before I tell you any more, I feel it's my duty to warn you both that if you go into this, you'll probably be risking your lives every second.
Skip it. That's nothing for us, Superman.
And check, in case you've forgotten, our middle name is Danger.
I thought you'd say that. All right, then. Get set now for a fast trip to the other side of the world.
It's camping time, boys and girls, and I'm sure lots of you are getting ready to whip out to the country for 2 weeks or maybe even a whole summer of camping if you're lucky enough. Well, we're not going to tell you to pick your camp. You've probably got one all chosen already anyway. But we'd like to give you some suggestions about what makes a good camp and what makes a good camper. For one thing, a good camp encourages some competition, but not crazy competition. Oh, sure, it's swell to be the fastest swimmer in your bunk and the best basketball player in your division. But it's even better to be a team player, a boy or girl who's known to be cooperative, who's known to be able to work with others. Then, when your group comes out on top, it's a higher tribute to you than if you came out on top. And say, here's another tip. A good camp has sharp counselors. And a good camper is smart enough to admit that his counselor knows better than he does. Once that's settled, weeks of endless and unnecessary wrangling can come to an abrupt halt, and the real fun can begin. But you can't have fun if you and your counselors are at swords' edges. And finally, a good camp will take in boys of every race and religion who can meet the other qualifications that the camp sets. And a good camper will make friends and get along with all the boys and girls there who are on the level and really good Joes. Well, gang, there you are. Some tips for happy camping days ahead. And now, the adventures of Superman. 12 dangerously radioactive diamonds, each the size of a hen's egg, have been smuggled into Metropolis. And an ex-convict called the Count, who smuggled the diamonds into the city, was himself overcome by their fatal rays. Then, before the police reached him, he was shot and killed by an unknown assailant identified simply as a red-headed Cockney who escaped with the diamonds. As the police combed the city for the red-headed man and his deadly loot, Clark Kent, who is Superman, Inspector Henderson, learned from a dealer in stolen property that a great many more radioactive diamonds were to be smuggled from an unknown source into the United States through secret channels. As we continue now, Kent has just arrived at police headquarters, where he was ushered immediately into the office of Inspector Henderson.
Oh, hello, Kent.
Any luck yet, Inspector?
Only bad luck.
Uh-oh.
I've got every man on my staff working on this case. But they haven't been able to find that red-headed Cockney, and neither has the FBI.
Oh, too bad. But listen, Inspector...
I'm worried, Kent. You know that Cockney's loose with 11 of those radioactive diamonds?
Yeah, I know. But we can forget them for the moment.
Forget them? When anyone who's exposed to those rocks is a dead pigeon? Are you kidding?
No, it's the other diamonds that I'm concerned about.
What other diamonds?
The smaller ones that the Count said were going to be smuggled into the country in large numbers. They'll undoubtedly be coated with a lead film like the big ones were to keep them harmless until the fences sell them. But when that coating cracks...
People will be dropping like flies all over the country.
That's right. We must find out where those stones come from.
Okay, I'll buy that. But how do we do it?
Well, the Count was an agent for the diamond people, so we might be able to trace them through him.
Oh, fine. But just in case you've forgotten, Kent, the Count is dead.
I know that, but there may be some clue to his principles, some name or address or something somewhere in his possession.
Don't you think I look?
Well, sure. But would you mind if I had a look?
Okay, come along and have a look. I went through those suits myself, Kent.
Well?
You won't find anything in the pocket.
Oh, I'm sure I won't. You say so, Inspector.
Well, then what are you wasting time for? Tell you there's nothing
Wait,
there.
Inspector. What's this?
What?
There's something behind the tailor's label in the lining of this jacket.
Behind us. Say, are you out of your mind?
No, it's a tiny, thin piece of paper. 2 slices of steel or crackle. Here, wait, I'll tear off the label and show you.
Now, look here.
There, see? Here it is.
Well,
Look, there's something written on it.
Yeah, but it's too small for me. What does it say?
There are 3 initials and a word. K-I-L, Shanghai.
K-I-L Shanghai, huh? What does that mean?
I don't know yet. Shanghai is in the Far East, and the Count got the 12 diamonds in the Far East.
Maybe there's a connection. Give me that, Kent.
Yeah, sure, here you are.
Thanks. I'll take it up to the lab and have the boys go over it.
Good idea.
Tell me, Kent, how in thunder did you ever find this tiny slip of paper under the label?
Oh, well, I've got pretty sharp eyes.
Now, don't tell me you saw it through that label. Well, you'd have to be Superman to do that.
Gosh, I never thought I'd have to fess up to being Superman.
Go on. You just had another one of your lucky hunches, and it paid off.
Yeah, I guess so.
Why, sure. Look, in case you want to know, Kent, that's why I let you hang around, see?
Oh, thanks.
Come on, we'll take this up to the lab, and I'll cable the initials to the police in Shanghai. It's a pretty thin clue, if it is a clue.
I'm sure it is. And since every minute counts, I'm going to follow it my way. So long, Inspector. Out of these clothes. This is a job for Superman. With the help of Batman and Robin. There we are. All set. Now, out to their house. Up, and away! Now, get this, Batman. You too, Robin.
I'm listening.
Shoot, Superman.
I've got to stay here to Metropolis and find that red-headed Cockney. Because he has those 11 radioactive diamonds, and everyone in the city is in danger until those stones are found and destroyed. Also, I believe he's a member of the Diamond Gang, so if I can find him...
I get it. Redhead will lead you to the gang.
Right.
Well, we'll help you find him.
No, Robin. I've got another idea for you and Batman.
Well, I think I can guess it. You want us to go to Shanghai and investigate from that end.
Right. You haven't much to go on, just the initials K-I-L. But they may be the initials of a big shot in the gang, perhaps somebody the Count was to contact. And they may lead you to the source of the radioactive diamond.
Could be. But how do we go about finding K-I-L?
Well, we might put an ad in the Shanghai papers. K-I-L, important you contact me regarding stones. Or something like that, huh?
Yeah, that's the idea. It just might pay off.
Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, Batman. We'll pack a toothbrush and roll out the bat plane.
Okay, Robin, let's go.
Oh, wait, fellas, wait. Every minute counts, so... How about me zipping you out to Shanghai via the Superman Express?
Hey, that's an idea.
Wonderful. Which seat do you want, Batman? Under Superman's left or right arm?
You take your choice.
Up with this window. All right, now hang on, you two. I'll have you in Shanghai and then hop back to Metropolis in a few shakes. All set?
Superman loading for Shanghai at window 6.
Let her rip, chum.
Here we go. Up, and away!
Leaping through the window of Batman and Robin's house with the dynamic duo in his arms, Superman soars high into the air, then flashes away across the continent like a red and blue meteor, bound for distant Shanghai. We'll be back in a moment for the tense climax of today's episode, so keep listening.
Gang, ever been to a swap shop? The sign above the shop window reads, "We buy, sell, or exchange anything." And in the store windows are almost everything under the sun. Candlesticks, rosary beads, an embroidered Chinese kimono, an old pair of shoes. And all day long, folks come into the store to make a good bargain. Sometimes a kid comes in to swap a sweater for a cowboy suit. And not long afterward, a young man takes the sweater in exchange for a shirt. And so it goes all over the world. Every minute of the day, someone is striking a bargain, trading something that he has for something he wants. Here in our country, we're especially lucky because we have so many more chances to make a good swap. We have all kinds of people from all parts of the world living here, and we can trade stories and songs and customs with them. When most Americans first came to this country, they couldn't speak English and they didn't know the ways of our nation. but they wanted the freedoms America could give them, and so they were willing and anxious to learn. They made a swap with America in return for what they wanted more than anything else in the world: the right to say whatever they pleased, whether or not others agreed with them; the right to worship God as they pleased, whether or not it was the way most did; the right to do a job and to get a good home and have a good education. In return for these things, they would give their loyalty, their skills, the very best that they had to Uncle Sam. And that is how America got bridges and farms and automobiles and railways. And that is how millions of people got greater freedoms, more than they had ever known before.
And now, back to the adventures of Superman. It is late the following evening in Shanghai, and in their guises of Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson, we find Batman and Robin in a room of the King George Hotel in the International Settlement.
Oh, why doesn't something happen, Bruce?
Take it easy, Dick. The night is young.
Oh, sure. But our personal ad addressed to Mr. K.I.L. was in all the morning papers, and the evening ones, too. I expected Mr. K.I.L. to... Say, have you noticed that those initials spell kill?
A lovely thought. Anything else on your mind?
Yes. I thought Mr. Kill would be on our doorstep hours ago, panting to hear us give out about the Count and his diamonds.
Frankly, so did I. But it's just possible that we're barking up the wrong tree.
Oh? Elucidate.
Well, Robin, that slip of paper Superman found in the Count's coat may mean nothing so far as this case is concerned. The initials may not even be those of a man.
Oh, aren't we jolly tonight?
Well, it could be. Let's face it.
Perish the thought. I didn't come all the way out.
Hold it, Dick. That's the phone.
Uh-oh, maybe it's K.I.L. I'll take it.
No, let me.
Oh, well, hold the receiver a little away from your ear so I can hear it, too.
Okay. Quiet now. Hello?
Mr. Wayne.
Yes, this is Wayne. Who's calling, please?
This is K.I.L.
Uh-huh.
Yes?
I believe you have some important information for me. Is that correct?
And how, Bruce?
Yes, I have. About the Count and the, you know.
I understand. You are a friend of the Count.
Well, let's say he and I are in business together.
That's telling him.
Something's happened, and, well, I've got to talk to you as soon as possible. Now, where and when can I see you?
Listen closely, and I'll tell you. Outside your hotel, you will find several rickshaws waiting. On the seat of one of them, you will see a single yellow robe. Take that rickshaw, and the driver will bring you to me.
I see. Well, just where are you?
That you will discover when you arrive, Mr. Wayne.
Uh-oh.
You will come alone, of course, except for your young companion.
Well, how did you know?
How did I know you have a companion with you?
Well, I was going to ask that, but I can guess. You looked us over before you phoned.
Perhaps. You will leave at once, please. Any delay will cancel our arrangement. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, what do we do?
We find the rickshaw with the yellow rose, of course, and climb in.
But it may be a trap, Bruce.
It may indeed, sonny boy, but we've got to take the chance if we're going to get on the trail of those radioactive diamonds. Now, let's go.
Fully realizing that they may be walking into a trap, Batman and Robin leave their hotel room to follow the directions of the mysterious K.I.L. Who is this man? Is he aware that Batman and Robin, in their guises of Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson, are on the side of the law? And is he leading them into danger? We'll find out in tomorrow's thrilling episode, so be sure to listen. Tune in, same time, same station, for Chapter 12 of The Secret of Meteor Island on The Adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC Comics magazine and is brought to you Monday through Friday at the same time. Watch for the Superman Adventure serial soon to be shown at your local movie theater. This program came from New York. Stay tuned to your Mutual for Adventure Parade, which follows in just a moment. And right after Adventure Parade, you'll hear Tom Mix and his Ralston Straight Shooters. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.